This is the 4,300 metres under 20 women's race. And they start off with 2 long laps over 1,500 metres and then finish with a run-in over 1,000 metres. Well, do the woods provide any sort of shelter from the wind?
Yes, I think so, but that long straight that you saw at the top of the course there, that's right alongside the water's edge where all the flagpoles are. They literally are right next to the water, and that's the most exposed area.
So here's the ones to watch, perhaps. A mixture of athletes from 7 nations, including the local favourite, Jasmine Lau, who was the top returning athlete, finished 4th 12 months ago in Samarin. Look out as well for the very good British runner, Carrie Hughes, finished 10th last year. And then we have a host of European under-18 and European under-20 champions on the track, including Ireland's Sarah Healy, Delia Sklarbas and Lisa Oud, the Irish, Swiss and German athletes there. Those are just the top 8 to watch. But traditionally, we do have some surprises in the junior races, athletes that we might not have necessarily picked on current form who come through and have their day. From the Belgian team, they've not had far to come. Tilburg in the south of the Netherlands, so I was joking with one of the local organisers. We are closer to Belgium than Amsterdam here. There's Lisa Oud on the right of your picture, big smile from her. In addition to her track exploits, she also got the silver in the World Junior race at the Mountain Running Championships earlier this year. Sarah Healy, well, 2-time gold medalist over 1,500 metres and 3,000 metres at the European Under-18 Championships in Hungary this summer. Jasmine Lau, but also a strong Dutch team as well. That's Roos Blokhuis. Lau and Blokhuis featuring very prominently on the publicity for these championships, on the posters. Good team by the Dutch in the junior women's race. Medal prospects?
Certainly, I'd say Britain are defending champions in this race. There they are.
On the left-hand side of your picture as well, European junior 800 metres champion, Kai Malanga, finished 11th in last year's race, has a great range of distance, and Amelia Quirk as well, completing the front echelon alongside Carrie Hughes. British supporters come out in force. Very easy place to get to from Britain, just a quick 1 hour's plane ride from London to Amsterdam and then just over an hour on the train. So just as the gun goes, Mark, what's your feelings about this race? How would you view it?
Well, it's always interesting when one goes through biographies of athletes. You realise how good some of them are, and Delia Sklarbas in this race is a 2-1 800-metre runner, and she's taking on something like this.
I remember watching Sklarbas win a double at the first European Under-18 Championships in Georgia back in 2016. Hasn't run much on the country this year, the Swiss athlete, and there we already have some fallers in the mud. Looks like one of the Italians has gone down. Yes, and one of the French athletes as well. Well, this is a very, very quick start to this race. They're trying to get to one of the sharp corners about 800 metres into this race.
Yes, and so they all want to get a good position so they haven't got to work too hard around this turn, which is coming up fairly quickly. It's quite tight, and then they turn straight towards the water.
Well, it's Blokhuis from the Netherlands up there already, leading the way. Swiss backing together a bit further down the field. Blokhuis, of course, very familiar with this course. She's run here a number of times. The Dutch have a European Athletics cross-country permit meeting here, the Waranda Loop, which was this year's test event just 2 weeks ago. Well, already the field is very, very quickly strung out. So we have Blokhuis leading, Sklarbas in second. Potter of Ireland. 3 Spaniards up there in the top 15.
You mentioned Delia Sclabbers, Phil, as we watch the replay of the start where somebody loses their footing. One of those things that happens in cross-country racing. But since the end of the track season, I thought she had a rest, but in fact she's competed at duathlons and aquathlons, so she's really taken a rest. But what a layer of... Well, it's 2 types of swimming events, swimming disciplines, but it just goes to show what a layer of conditioning she must have to be an elite level in another sport.
Well, the pace has slowed a little bit after that hectic first few 100 metres. The field is now concertinaed. We saw up there Amelia Quirk, Julian from France. Also up there, we didn't mention her, but Maria Battocletti. Good finish last year in the junior race. Battocletti finishing well up in 5th position. Well, this race traditionally, I think it's 5 times out of the last 7 in the team titles has been won by Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Have to say that they're the favourites again?
Yes, I would say, but with 3 to score, it opens it up a little bit more than in previous years when it's been 4, or earlier years.
Yes, for a long time the traditional rules were 6 to run, 4 to score, but it was changed 3 to score prior to last year's European Cross-Country Championship. So it's Blokhus and Battocletti, 1 and 2 at the moment. Having a good run is Gallardo from Spain.
And I have to say Ireland are packing quite well there. We have Potter, O'Brien, Healy.
Yes, 3 in the top 10 there for Ireland.
And further down the field, Sophie O'Sullivan, daughter of Sonia O'Sullivan.
Celia Gallardo, generally thought of as a 1500-metre runner, made the final of the World Under-20 Championships this year, finished 7th. So useful turn of speed. And the Under-20 women's race, just over 4 kilometres, means that it's the sort of distance which 1500-metre runners and even 800-metre runners will be comfortable at. Still a very good pace at this stage. So if they go over this double hump, the long stretch, so you can see their lead group of about 1500 metres. 1500. There we go, 1500 metres undertaken in 4:48. 15 women in the lead group, and also Kai Malinga. It's Battocletti who's been pushing the pace almost from the gun. A few surprising names there, including Lucan from Serbia, second Spaniard Cristina Ruiz. So 2 seconds covering the leading 17 runners. Just to recap, 89 runners from 24 nations in this particular race. Now Battocletti starting to push the pace at the front, being tracked by Gallardo. Amelia Quirk tracking the leading 2, and now Sarah Healy has moved up to get on the shoulder of Quirk. Well, Battocletti has been pushing it quite hard over the last few hundred metres and once again strung out the leading group. See the lime green vest, Lukan from Slovenia.
And we saw there the team standings after one lap. Don't really read too much into that because there's still a fairly good
Battocletti had a run out here 2 weeks ago at the Luanda Loop. She finished 11th on that occasion, but I think she's learnt quite a lot from her experiences. Oh, and there's a big, well, slipping over. I think that took down about 3 people there, including Potter. O'Brien managed to avoid that. Oh no, I think it was Healy who went down there.
I think so. I think Quirk also. Quirk got up very quickly. He perhaps not.
I think that's evidence of the slippy conditions. Let's look at it again. Yes, it was Healy who slipped, took down Quirk. And the Turkish runner goes down as well. Well, all 3 of them back on their feet very quickly. Nobody's fault there. Didn't look as though Healy clipped anybody. So it's Battocletti. 3-4 metres lead over Jasmine Lau. Lau 5th in 2016 when she got a team bronze medal with the Netherlands. 4th last year, so very motivated to finally make the podium after just missing out in the last 2 years. Now Battocletti starting to push quite hard. So not far away from the end of the second lap. Looking very comfortable at this stage. Kalkan from Turkey also up there.
I wonder if she realised what had gone on behind her and decided to strike at the same point where others perhaps were covering themselves after that incident.
In first place, it's Nadia Battocletti from Italy. Second place, Jasmine Lau, the Netherlands. Third place.
So Battocletti now starting to ease off after just pushing the pace just a little bit. Jasmine now up there. Skalabas decked in that headband, gloves, and Kalkan's last cross-country race was in fact on the other side of the Atlantic, halfway around the world in Buenos Aires at the Youth Olympic Games, where she finished 10th. So plenty of water, plenty of rain, and the rain has just started to descend again. So 1,000 metres left. 4:48 and 4:48 unofficially for the 2 laps. And it's the leading 3 is Battocletti at the front, as she's been through the vast majority of this race. Jasmine Lau. Got plenty of family and friends around the course, and there's a big Holland Hill out there where a lot of the Dutch fans are congregating. Insi Kulkan, Delia Sklavas. That's the leading 4. Amalia Quirk responding to the fall earlier, getting up there.
The local side going for the treatment. We have Italy from Nadia Battocletti, still Italy, second place.
So it's Italy, the Netherlands, Turkey, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Switzerland and Spain. 6 different countries in the top 6, followed by 2 Irish athletes. Sarah Healy responding, and
from Spain, that are the first 5 competitors.
And I think
O'Brien also up there.
I think of those leading contenders, Phil, it's Kalkan that's a surprise.
Met 5 dagen vinden de 2 op 3 seconden. Met nog steeds Jasmine Lau.
Well, at the moment it's an evenly matched team race between Great Britain and the Netherlands. Still having a very good run is Gallardo from Spain. Weren't necessarily expecting her to place quite so highly. So Battocletti now really working hard. About 600-700 meters still to go. Jasmine Lau, Inci Kalkan of Turkey. That's the 1-2-3 at the moment. Turkish supporters alongside giving Kalkan big cheers. Delia Sklarbas getting right up there. Now you can see all of them starting to work hard as Lau takes the lead. And huge cheers around the course. Well, the Dutch have never won a junior women's, under 20 women's gold medal. Jasmine Lau now really starting to stretch it out. Fourth last year and the leading athlete from the Samarin race to come back to Tilburg. Battocletti was one place behind her last year. It's looking at this stage as though they're both going to move up onto the podium. Kalkan and Sklarbas tracking them. Now a bit of daylight between the leading pair and the Turk and the Swiss runner. And just listen to those roars from the Dutch crowd, urging on Jasmine Lau. So they're coming into the final turn now. But Battocletti's gone past. Suddenly, Jasmine Lau looks starting to struggle, and Delia Sklarbas coming from a long way back now. Now that they can see the finish line coming into sight. It's Maria Battocletti from Italy, Delia Sklarbas from Switzerland. Lau suddenly starting to look very, very tired. About 160 meters into the home straight now. Battocletti can feel the gold medal almost being hung around her neck. Maria Battocletti from Italy takes the first gold medal here in Tilburg. Followed home by Delia Sklarbas, Inci Kalkan, and Jasmine Lau just misses out. Fourth again for the Dutch runner. 13:46 over this 4,300 meter course. Fifth last year, Nadia Battocletti. I think I called her Maria a couple of times. Nadia Battocletti takes the gold medal for Italy.
And you have to feel sorry for Jasmine Lau, although she didn't do anything wrong. She was in the right place at the right time. She didn't have legs at the finish. But what a great tactical race by Battocletti. She made a move, she broke up the race in mid-race, she took the sting out of the finishes of the likes of Delia Sklarbas, and then she struck again at the start of the home straight.
Yeah, we saw pictures there. Jasmine Lau bitterly disappointed, off the podium again. But I think, subject to confirmation, that she may get on the podium with a team title. And now the emotion of being a European champion starts to ebb through Nadia Battocletti. Deserved winner for Italy. There we see the Irish team. We'll get confirmation of the team standings. No obvious winner at the moment. But big hugs though. There's the Italian team. And Battocletti managed to avoid all the problems that took out the likes of Sarah Healy. Here we see that tumble when Healy went down and took Amelia Quirk and another of the Turkish runners. This is what we thought was maybe a decisive break by Jasmine Lau. She really worked hard from about 3,500 meters. But Maria Battocletti had enough in her legs to be able to go through the gears and come home in front. Well, outstanding run from the young Italian. There we see it, delight etched across her face. Sklarbas, well, terrific run from the Swiss athlete, and a big surprise, Kalkan coming through for third. Well, the Turkish under-20 women have had great successes in the past, but plaudits today go to Nadia Battocletti. And just looking down my notes, I think she's the very first Italian women's under-20 champion.
Well, I think it's better than that. I think she's the first ever Italian women individual medalist.
Confirmation of the leading results there. Battocletti winning. Schlabas, Kalkan, Lau, Quirk, Gallardo. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kai Malinga, 11th last year, now 7th this year.